Welcome back to the Word Expanded, the Gospels. I don't even know how to do that. I say it every time. There's way too many dramatic pauses there. Listen, we've been going through the book of Matthew. We're trying to break it into sections, just like your Bible probably has it, not like it was written. That's important to understand that Jesus didn't make these dramatic pauses in these sections, right? We do that. He just gave this entire sermon over 3 chapters, right, to a group of 5,000 people or so that were just sitting, listening, ready to learn, right? And he's just hitting them with thing after thing, but it all goes together, right? You're getting this, section pulled out. Hey, how about this thought? How about this thought? Imagine getting this all with one big thing just coming at you, right? But it all ties together, right? Jesus is asking people to think differently. It is the hardest part about Christianity. How do we, on a regular, moment-to-moment, think differently? It's why most people they don't want to believe that. What they want to believe is, again, I say it all the time, that God just winds you up and sends you out. Right? But God doesn't do that. He wants you to think, and He challenges us. So let's look at verses 17 through 20. In Matthew chapter 5, it says this: "Do not think that I came to abolish the law or the prophets. I've not come to abolish them, but to fulfill them. For truly I say to you, until heaven and earth pass away, not an iota, not a dot will pass from the law until it's all accomplished. Therefore, whoever relaxes one of the least of these commandments and teaches others to do the same will be called least in the kingdom of heaven. But whoever does them and teaches them will be called great in the kingdom of heaven. For I tell you, unless your righteousness exceeds that of the scribes and the Pharisees, you will never enter the kingdom of heaven." Did you catch that? The part where I just got stuck, right? In the ESV version, again, here's where it says, "Therefore, whoever relaxes one of the least of these commandments." He's not talking about the 10 commandments, he's saying any of these commandments. If you relax them, we live in a world that is doing nothing but relaxing the commandments of God. God didn't really say this. God didn't really mean this. God meant this. I've heard in the last week some eye-popping, unbelievable, mouth-dropping, right, things that people are saying. God didn't really mean this. God didn't really mean that. You better be really careful as you're letting people off the hook for things that God may want them on the hook for, because it's going to bring them conviction and discipline, which is going to change their life, which is going to get them to heaven. When you relax the commandments, the perfection of God, right? When you start saying imperfection is going to be in heaven, imperfection is okay with God, right? You are putting people in danger of not getting to heaven. People aren't going to get to heaven and go, "Well, my pastor told me. Well, so-and-so told me. My Bible study person, my small group leader told me this." They're not going to get off the hook. But you're going to be in huge danger. Because it says, listen, whoever relaxes one of the least of these commands and teaches others to do the same will be called the least. That is not where you want to be in life. You don't want to be at the place where God is calling you least, right? You want to be where God is calling you the greatest. Again, might you make it to heaven? Well, you might. You might be called the least in heaven, but you might also not make it to heaven, right? Jesus just warns us, don't do this. Jesus came to fulfill them. So in essence, again, what you're doing is you're diminishing what Jesus has done for us. You don't want to be there. You don't want to be in a place where you are diminishing what Jesus did for us. Don't go relaxing the commandments, the perfection of God, so that you can start including other people in. That's not what God is all about. So that's a lot to chew on this word, the Word Expanded. We're going to see you next time, right, where we challenge you to think about, are you angry with people? So join us.